Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Saturday Morning Coffee with Back to Basics Dog Training. As you guys can see, I am remote. I'm not in my home base, but as always, I'm going to bring you this platform. So, for those of you who don't know me, or first time watchers, or my regular viewers, I'm Leon. I'm the trainer here over at Back to Basics Dog Training. And each and every Saturday morning, I bring you this live free Q&A dog training session. Beauty of this session is no questions regarding dog training are off limits. Ask me anything. I'll do my best to answer it and help you and your dog on the journey of dog training together. So, if you're watching, shoot me a comment. Let me know you're watching. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching later on the replay, please let me know. Somebody reached out to me last week. They caught the broadcast on the replay, put a comment in that they watched it, and it was beautiful. I love seeing that. It made me really, really happy. So if you're watching on the replay, it's still important for me to know that you're there. Good morning, Patrice. How are you? So this week's topic, guys, I'm going to get a little bit off subject, a little bit, where we're going to talk about something near and dear to my heart that I hope can help you. Anybody who's watched me before, I always talk about at the end, I always say how together we can help one dog and one family at a time. And I truly do. It's a passion of mine to bring that platform to people and try to take dog training to another level. My connection with you guys is your dogs. That's what brings me into the journey to go along with you on the training process of the dogs. But what I've realized, that I've done a lot of soul searching this week, is it's not always about the dogs. It's about our journey together as humans. And I feel like over the years and years of doing this, it's something that really has meaning to me. Originally that together we can help one dog and one family was a catchphrase, and it was cute. It was really nice. Okay. But, the more and more I've been thinking about it, I think that's where I want to focus, is that journey together. And what does that mean? I'm still going to do what I do every day, go out there, help dogs, help families. But I'm going to take it to a different level. I want to be the trainer that makes the difference in this world. And good morning, Donna. I know we had this conversation a little bit last night, where I'm going to focus more on the human side of it. I keep joking and I keep saying one of these days I'm going to write a book, and I'm going to call it People Training for Dogs. Because what I do, and my customers, Donna, I know you've been with me for years, on this journey with Stark. I do more. I feel I do more than just help the dogs. I help the families. I help people in their everyday lives, and this has become a passion of mine. That if I can give people help through their dogs to have a better, happy, balanced life themselves, in turn, that creates a happy, balanced dog. And it's just a full circle. The vision came to me this week, and it was like that epiphany that made me feel really warm deep down inside. I had some great conversations with people this week, and yes, we talked about the dogs, but we also talked about some of the issues in their lives. And what I connected on this years ago, what we go through every day as human beings directly affects our dogs. So if I can help guide people and guide them on this journey together, we can do so much more. Put value back into our families, our lives, our businesses, put, different things in that can help not only you, but help your dog. So it is something you're going to see a lot more. You're going to see a lot more, I guess it would be in today's world, called vlogging from me, where I'm going to put out some videos of things that I run across, things that stop me from doing things that the dogs have taught me that, I got to move forward, and we got to do it a different way. And I hope it's going to help you guys. It's a passion of mine. It's a lifestyle I choose to live. And it gets back to what I talk about constantly, which is the energy. Energy, you guys know, I feel is the most important form of communication between us and our animals and our dogs. And it's also the most important communication we actually have with our fellow human beings. Your energy makes a difference. I mean, we all know, we've all dealt with it. When somebody's in a bad mood, they don't have to say anything. You know it. Somebody's upset, they don't have to say anything. You know it. So that's the energy. That's a universal language. It's a language that translates through different um, languages, different cultures, different backgrounds, different everything, different species. Um, the energy is a communication, and it's not so much always the spoken word, and it's something that I've really delved into a lot this week, and I did a lot of soul searching this week. So hopefully it'll help you guys. That's where I'm going with back to basics. And again, I'm going to invite everybody to remember on October 28th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be streaming live on Facebook. Um, Letting people streaming live on Facebook, as well as doing a live in person in front of a live studio audience, for lack of better terms, my 2-hour seminar on mastering the walk back to basic style. I will be posting it out on the Facebook pages hopefully this week. I just got to test one thing, because it's important that I post it. I think the content that it'll put out to the world will be really good. I just got to finish out figuring out how I can still get the comments from my virtual audience. So if they have questions on any of the things I talk about, I want to be able to answer them. It's not, my focus is not going to be on my live studio audience solely. It'll be on my virtual audience as well. So I want to bring this platform to you. It's going to help. I hope. I've done these seminars before, and I know it's helped hundreds, if not thousands, of people have an enjoyable walk with their dog. So, with that being said, let's get into some of the issues I've dealt with this week. And we're going to talk specifically about a family that had a dog. I'm going to guess the dog's probably about a year and a half, 2 years old, that I worked with in the past. And they decided they wanted to get a companion for their dog, and they got a puppy. Now, the first dog they got was a very high energy dog who had a play drive like you would not believe, that thought mom was a chew toy, which is never a good thing. And we worked on rewarding calm, mastering the walk, and that dog is doing phenomenal now. I mean, it's beautiful to see. They continue to go on the journey. She continues working with him, and she's doing a wonderful job. But now she's got a puppy in the fold. So things change. The dynamics in the house changes. We got a puppy. We got things that, unfortunately, the puppy she has a UTI, so there was issues with potty training, housebreaking. But there was some other issues, and the big issue is, one, the dog's play. Guys, anybody who has multiple dogs knows when dogs play, it's rough looking. It looks bad. It looks like they're fighting, and it sounds like they're fighting, but they're not. They're playing. That's how dogs play. Good morning, Jen. How is our boy doing? I know I don't know what his name is anymore. I think it's Ramsey. Or Gordon or whatever it is. He was a dog I talked about, guys, a couple weeks ago, the emaciated dog. They got him back up here in New York. I understand he had to go for some surgical procedure because I think his stress level caused him to chew his tail. And unfortunately, he had to have part of his tail removed. But I understand he's in a foster home now that's following some of the structure and the rules that the dog needs. Great. Ramsey is doing great. That is so good to hear. And from what I understood on the Facebook post, the foster is getting a trainer involved, which is really, really good, because this poor dog just doesn't know how to be a dog. He has a huge potential. I saw it when he was down in North Carolina. I saw it. I saw his potential. He has it. He just needs that guidance to go on this journey. So, Jen, thank you for doing what you do. The effort and the stress levels that you had to put yourself under, just to first get him down to the Carolinas and then get him back up here because it didn't work out, And in that whole craziness, having to get him to the vet, he got neutered, he got his tail removed. Thank you for what you do. I mean, you really go above and beyond for these dogs. So from Back to Basics and from Leon, thank you for what you do. It's a special person that can do that. Um, so getting back to this, first of all, so guys, puppies play rough with older dogs. Some older dogs will set the boundaries and the rules. Some don't. You know, um, some dogs don't set the boundaries. They don't set the rules for the dog. I don't know why my camera keeps flashing on and off, guys. So hopefully you can still hear me. I have no idea why it's been doing this recently. So if my camera flashes off, I apologize. I'll just keep talking. Hopefully you can still hear me when it flashes off. So, and by the way, let me know if you did hear me when it was just flashing. It looks like it's just the camera's acting up a little bit for some reason. Okay, great. So getting back to the puppy situation, and the other thing is some dogs will correct the puppies, other dogs won't. I mean, it's just how it is. And then the object is you have a pack of dogs, you have to establish that you are that calm, assertive pack leader they need. So if the puppy is acting like an idiot, you got to get in and advocate for your older dog. If your older dog is acting like an idiot, then you got to advocate for the puppy. It's a two-way street. You're a pack leader. You advocate for who needs to be advocated for. And remember, it's not the importance of stopping the play. Everybody has that really, really bad misconception. It's stop the play. Well, I got them to stop. They stop. I said, good. I turn around. They go right back at it. The reason they go right back at it is because you didn't hit the mind level. And that's what I keep talking about. You control the mind, you control the body. So if you're going to stop them from playing rough, it's important to not only stop the physical, but stop the mental. And that's where we lack. We forget to stop the mental part. And that's when both dogs are calm, praise them, and walk away. They'll be fine. But if their mind is still elevated in that play mode, okay, I stopped because I'm obedient. I'm listening to you. Aren't I good? But I want to go play again. I want to go play again. I want to go play again. Guess what's going to happen? As soon as you turn your back, they're going to go right back to play. So your job is to get through to the mind, which takes time. You wait it out. You wait till you see them actually relax. And then, okay. And then they should be good. And you may have to reinforce it and all that type of stuff. So getting back to the puppy, the big issue that they had with the puppy is at 4 months old or 5 months old, whatever it is, it's resource guarding already. High valued things, it's resource guarding, bully sticks, the marrow bone type of things that we give them at a very young age. Good morning, Michelle, Robin, Athena, and Bergen. Sorry, I always say Athena's name first. She's the oldest one. She gets the respect. So at a very young age, it started showing resource guarding tendencies towards high valued objects to the point where the family is afraid of this little puppy. Now, it's not a little puppy, it's a lab, so it's pretty big at 4 or 5 months old, but they're afraid of it. And that's never a good thing, because once we have that fear, oh my God, I'm going to go take X out of the dog's mouth, it may bite me. Guess what probably is going to happen? You're going to get bit. So I went there, we worked on it, we gave her a bully stick, and she did that routine. She gave me that sideways death look. She gave me the growl, lifted the lip. I had her on a leash because we're going to do things in a controlled environment to set her up for success. And as soon as she growled and said, "This is mine," I gave a quick, firm pop of the leash with a no, or my nope. And you can see the look on her face. She was confused. No, that never happened. Nobody ever said that. Either they gave me something to get this, or they walked away from me. This guy just said, "No, who the hell is he?" And she acted like an idiot. She threw a little bit of a temper tantrum. I let her throw a temper tantrum. And she was over it. She was done with it for that day. So she has the potential. She wanted to be told what to do, but because for X amount of time, nobody told her what to do, she kind of protested a little bit with me, but she gave it up very, very quickly, if that makes sense. So I went back there a couple days later, and she had another bone in her mouth, and they were like, well, what are we going to do? I didn't have her on a leash. I just reached over and I said, can I have it? And I made it into a game. So this is something we can try, and always be err on the side of caution, guys. If you're worried about a bite, get some heavy duty leather work gloves. So if they bite you, you get bruised, you don't have broken skin. There goes my camera again. Make sure you're connected. Yeah, I am connected. So guys, I'm not sure what's going on with the camera. Hopefully when it goes out, you can hear me. I think I have to bring my computer in for some maintenance. Yeah, it keeps flashing out, guys. So hopefully, like I said, volume looks like it's working fine. Camera looks like it may want to come back on fine. I have no idea. This is really frustrating, but we're not going to let it get to us. We're going to move forward without a camera. You guys just don't get to look at this ugly face. I'm just going to go into my settings for a second, see what camera it's looking for. How's that? Integrated camera, unplugged. How can my camera be unplugged? Let's try that one. That's not working. I don't understand it. I guess my computer's going in for maintenance. Okay, so we're gonna just keep talking, and if it comes back, comes back. So again, the problem being is they became afraid of it. So what I did when she had this other bone in her mouth yesterday, or the day before, whenever the hell I was over there, I made, can I have it? Can I have it? And I went and just reached for it and took it, and she gave it to me. So she realized that, because she gave it to me, I praised her. I gave her all the love and affection she wanted, but I didn't give her another treat, which a lot of people will say to do. If a dog has something and you need to get it back, give them something of higher value. The redirection theory. I'm not a huge fan of it. I don't know why, but it just never seems to work for me. And it worked. I did it 2 or 3 times with her. I also did advise the homeowner stop giving such high value treats to a puppy. Let them earn it. Don't bring the excitement level up when the puppy has the treats. If you bring the excitement level up, it creates a problem, because then they become overly excited and then you try to take it away. Oh, Bonnie, I'm sorry, I didn't see your question. I have a family rehoming a 2.5-year-old lab that they've had for 6 months, from 6 months old, due to resource guarding. I don't know how to get them to understand this is a fixable issue. It's hard. There's a reason they're resource guarding. What it is, it's hard to say. But if they're resource guarding toys or bully sticks or bones or stuff, guess what? Don't give it to them. They haven't earned the privilege. But I'm going to tell you, the same people that probably don't have a lot of structure set up for the dog to understand, hey, I'm the pack leader. So my default always, when I'm dealing with, especially when I'm doing it virtually, because I don't see the dog, I don't know why it's doing things, would be, and Bonnie, I know you know the routine, master the walk. Master the walk. The walk that, again, that I designed is about structure and leaderships. Pack members will not resource guard objects from a pack leader. They won't. Pack leader has control. And remember, it's those 3 C's, and this is what people have to understand when the dog is acting this way, those 3 C's, that calm, confidence equals control. Again, they can project it. The dog is resource guarding. Oh my God, it's got a bone. I want to get the bone. It's going to bite me. It's going to do this. And then guess what? It's going to happen. So calm confidence equals control. It's real imperative that that happens, so the dog understands that I'm in control of this object. And it's how we go about taking these things. Too many people go in, especially men, with that, oh, give me that. It's mine. I want it. And that's never a good thing, because that's trying to get it out of a fear response. I never want my dog to respond to me out of fear. I want them to respond to me because I'm in control. So again, when I had this puppy who was resource guarding, And I noticed it because as soon as she got the bully stick, first thing she did is put her paws on top of it and she was over it. You guys can't see what I'm doing and I'm acting it out. But if you can visualize putting your paws over it, putting your face and head over it, it's no different than if a dog is out in the wild and they're hunting and they get their prey. They're going to put their paws over it and they're going to posture over it to let everybody else know, hey, this is mine. So your dog, dogs are telling us this is what they're thinking. We just don't know how to control it when they get in that state of mind. So my suggestion is always first, master the walk, master the walk, master the walk. Second is put a leash on the dog so you have some sort of control. Put some gloves on, and dog has something. Get the leash. Tell them the command you want. Drop it. Dog doesn't drop it or starts growling. Bam! You pop it with the leash. Again, not to hurt the dog or scare the dog, but you want to be forceful because you want them to understand this is totally unacceptable with a very firm no or nope or hey or whatever discipline sound, and then you wait it out. Wait it out. And Bonnie, I'm going to use the Duke story on it, which I've told a million times. Duke had the issue with being on furniture. He claimed the furniture, which is a form of resource guarding. And when he got up on furniture, if you wanted him off and you did it the wrong way, he would react as most dogs do with a bite. I'm just trying to check multiple places where to make sure that I'm not missing questions, guys. So if you don't see me looking away, but that's what I'm doing also because this thing is really starting to annoy me a little bit today. So with Duke, when he did get on the furniture that one time, I'm still having troubles with Macy sitting down on the walk and not moving when she wants to go another way. Or wait, applying pressure on the leash doesn't work. So I'll get to that. Let me just finish off on this resource guarding issue. So getting when Duke was on the chair outside when I didn't catch him, and when I went to go tell him to get off, and I got that sideways look and that little bit of a growl from him, I took it a different way. What I did is I didn't have a leash. Okay, the rescue cat and dog filmmakers, Film Heroes. Thank you for the input. Definitely will subscribe to your YouTube channel, and maybe we can work together a little bit. So what I did with Duke is I didn't have a leash on him. I had a leash with me, but I didn't have a leash on him, and I just stood there and said, "Nope, off," and I waited him out. And then finally, when he broke that stare a little bit, I took a step back. I repeated the command, and he got off. Same thing. The dog may not give up that object right away, but if you wait, calm, confidence, you wait it out. Eventually, they got to go through the process, and their mind's going to go through the process. And what are you looking for? Hey, you drop it. Praise, praise, praise. Forget about the growl at this point. They dropped it. They gave it to you. Whatever it is. Yes, what a good boy. What a good girl. Blah, 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 blah. And they get the hint. Oh, you want it. And there are times I may give it right back. Now, Duke with the furniture, I didn't do that. But with the dog with the bully stick, I tried to give it back. She didn't want to take it at this point because she was unsure of it, but that's okay. As far as Macy goes with applying pressure on the leash hasn't worked. It's a very hard thing to do to apply pressure to the dog to try to get him to do. And what you have to learn to look for when you're using the pressure release theory that I talk about is you're going to hold. As a matter of fact, I have a leash here. You guys can't see. Boy, that takes away all the fun. When I say pressure release, and I did deal with this the other day working with that puppy because it didn't want to go on the walk either, is you hold that pressure a little bit more than what they're applying because they're not moving. And as soon as you get any motion, it could even be a backwards motion, I don't care, like a protest motion, you relax that tension, praise, good, and then just try to move forward again. And you do that enough times. What happens is, guys, is dogs' brains get locked. And when their mind is locked, it's our job to unlock it. And when they stop on a walk because they want to go wherever they want to go, or they just don't want to go, or whatever, to unlock it, it's that slight pressure. Any motion, you relax the leash because you're going to reward them for movement. You release the pressure, and then you praise and go forward right away. So I wish you can see this. So basically, it'd be pressure, 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 movement. Good, yes, let's go. Type of routine. So you have to be very quick. The timing is crucial on it, but it works. And if they get too much protest, where they actually start throwing like that temper tantrum, where they're like shaking their head and doing all this type of stuff, you're allowed to say no and make a correction, and then boom, let's go. But you have to have the confidence in what you're doing because it does work. I really apologize, guys, about this camera thing. I don't know what's going on. I got to do some testing on this afterwards. So it is a very hard thing. It works. I just wish I can show you how to do it. And that's so hard for me even try to, when I'm working with a customer's dog, to videotape something like that to show people. But like I said, I dealt with that the other day with that puppy, where at one point in our walk, because we wanted to master the walk, it did not want to go. And it literally stopped in the middle of a walk. And I'm like, yeah, this ain't happening. I was about ready to turn around when it happened. And I decided I'm going to still go to the stop sign down the street after it did this, because I was literally ready to turn around, and all of a sudden it stopped. I'm like, well, now we can't stop. So I did the leash pressure. I got some movement. I relaxed. Good. Let's go. And I made it that let's go very excited because I wanted them to understand what they did was so good. And the reward was we continued walking. We may have only walked another, I think it was less than 50 feet. Then I turned around and came home. And it was about much better. It was an enjoyable walk. And give you a clue, guys, this 5-month-old lab who has some training because she's done the job, but not a lot. I had the off-leash experience with it where I just was able to clip it onto my belt hoop and walk with both hands free, and the pup just stayed right by my side. Did try to sniff the ground, did try to pick up some leaves and branches on the ground, but because I was paying attention, I didn't allow it because the walk is not for that. I'm trying different things, guys, here to try to get my camera working, but it doesn't look like anything's working. Let me try closing it and opening it again. No, that's not even working. So, guys, I apologize about today's technical difficulties, but I hope we got some value out of it. I'm hoping I'm not missing any questions because I was watching this on my phone, and my phone all of a sudden wasn't showing me anything. So I hope I'm not missing anything. But again, if you're watching later on the replay, I will be staying on top of the posts from today to make sure that I didn't miss any questions. But I definitely will answer all questions via typing, or I'll reach out to you in private messages. But with that being said, guys, Patrice, I hope that answers your question. Bonnie, I hope I helped you convince this person. Reach out to me if you need. I can, definitely talk to you to guide them, or I will be happy to talk to them. Rehoming a dog for resource guarding is ridiculous. Rehoming a dog for a lot of the reasons dogs get rehomed is ridiculous. It's effort. And unfortunately, we all know humans. If you have to put effort into something, people don't want to do it. Resource guarding is a definite fixable issue. It takes some time, it takes patience, but it also takes the 3 C's of dog training: calm, confidence, to get the control. So with that being said, guys, if there's no other questions, we're about the half-hour mark right now, and I know my energy has definitely changed because of this camera issue, and I apologize for that. I will try to resolve this before next week's live. I think my next call probably is going to be to Best Buy to figure out why my camera just stopped working. And I do have a remote camera back home, but we'll figure that out later. But with that being said, guys, if there's no other questions, thank you for inviting me into your homes this Saturday morning and every Saturday morning. It is an honor and a pleasure privilege to be here to do this. I look forward to it every week. I'm so happy to be able to do this. But with that being said, guys, as always, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Stay healthy, stay safe. God bless. And remember, together we can help one dog and one family at a time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys, and we'll see you next